on to 531. And we still aren't gonna do Mementos yet. So, in some depressing video game news, Fire Axis.
Hey!
Yes, thank you. You know Fire Axis is the company that makes the XCOM series. And apparently, they recently had to lay off around 30 of their staff because of the poor sales of Midnight Suns, that Marvel game they made. And it's kind of sad, honestly, but at the exact same time, not really surprised that it didn't sell well. It's one of those, I'm not saying that it's a bad game or anything, I'm not saying it was a bad game. It reviewed well and people really liked it, but it was just kind of a game that it was doubtful that anyone would really take notice of it, because why would they? Like, there's no reason for anyone to really take notice of it when that's the wrong thing to say, because it's a Marvel game, but it's a Marvel game in a style that a lot of people just don't care about, you know? Either way, you know, sure, I'm glad that these companies keep mentioning record profits and shit like that, but it's the developers that take the hit. It's great.
Please consider what I have to say.
There have been far too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? It's like, yeah, same thing as before. We should use them to negotiate with shadows. Good idea. Right? We should ask him. Teach you how to give speeches. Why? I want to be a politician. No, but how should I teach you? It's time for my speech. Let's talk about this later.
And while our society appears to be prosperous, many of our young people are quietly suffering. They lack jobs, security, savings. The next generation will lead us into the future, and yet they have no plan for how to arrive there.
Watch where you're going, you little shit.
You bumped into me, you old goat.
This isn't good.
Let's mediate.
Yes, let's. Good citizens, please stop fighting. What is the point of bickering over such a trivial matter?
This is none of your business.
Yeah, seriously, just shut up.
That voice acting cue's a little work.
What's with this guy?
Now, if you'll please excuse me, I must return to my speech. Together, we can create a bright future for the next generation.
Ugh. God, so righteous. That really annoys me. Enough of your arrogance, no good Torah.
What?
As if anyone would actually vote for you! Are you planning to embezzle funds again? Or maybe criticize one of your constituents again? You criminal!
No, that was all in the past. I've gone and done it again.
That's campaign obstruction.
Yes, but I cannot say that to the crowd before an election. Regardless, whenever someone calls me no good Torah, I panic. I went through quite an ordeal 20 years ago. Let me explain. I used to be a member of the National Diet. I was elected during the rise of the Kuramoto children. We were backed by powerful Diet members. This was about 20 years ago. I was very inexperienced back then, both as a politician as well as a human being. That inexperience led me to be involved in a series of major political scandals. People refer to my blunders as no good Torah's 3 strikes. The first was being caught missing a legislative meeting to take a personal vacation. Then, I was accused of embezzling a large sum of money from the party, giving me 2 strikes. Finally, I called a voter an idiot at an open forum, which resulted in scandal and strike 3. I was out and branded a washed-up politician. You said you wanted to become a member of the Diet. But do you see the man before you?
Questionable background, accused of embezzlement. However, he has conviction and wants to change the world. Public speaking skills can be useful to the fan of thieves, so I'll make a deal with him.
Do you really want to receive my guidance?
You seem to have conviction.
I'm happy to hear that. However, everyone says I have no chance to get elected. So why come to me?
I like your technique.
You mean giving speeches? I'm afraid I'm not so great that you'd be able to learn anything.
Lies. In the original game, you were the best
The most
confidant.
important part about giving a good
Second
speech
best
is
confidant.
believing in yourself.
Okay, I think there's like a literal fair ground to say that he's probably at least the top 3. Best one was probably old what was hers? I think she was Star. Old Star was probably the best one because before you didn't have access to Baton Pass from the get-go. You had to get like 5 deep into your social link for Baton Pass. Old Strength got buffed because now their level 10 ability is now their level 5 ability, and Yoshida got nerfed. But the fact that you could, get stronger demons way earlier kind of broke some sections. Case in point, you know how you have Shiki Ono here, who's a null to both physical and gun. If you get his high enough, fast enough, and you get his, you're able to recruit demons that are just broken for the boss they get to. It's kind of nutty.
Perhaps one day I will believe in myself again. But you sure got me there. You're a strange young man. Very well. If learning how to give a great speech is what you seek, then I'd be happy to instruct you. In exchange, I would like for you to continue assisting me. Let's get started, shall we?
Bet. You made it with Yoshida.
Staging your crimes with calling cards. It's hard to believe that a student could manage this alone. An adult. For example, someone talented enough to move people with words. Perhaps they coached you. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the sun persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Bet. Man of the people.
All right. Let's pursue your dream of becoming a member of the Diet. Oh my, we've been talking for far too long. Let's call it quits for today. You.
Oh, I'm a Miyaku. Sorry that something I forgot to mention. It's about my speech. Okay, so in the original game, his was really easy to rush to get his level 10, which again was one of the ones that broke the game. And I understood why they nerfed it because of just how easily it broke the game. However, they then buffed strength by making their level 10 ability their level 5 ability. Before, strength's level 10 ability was is you could fuse persona of a higher level than you in exchange for money. So the moment I saw that, I was like 51. The soonest you can get the final demon to get the level in the old game was 51. That was as soon as the lowest level you could fuse to make the demon that you needed for their requirement. In this version, it's 25. So I don't know why they nerfed Sun here and then buff strength anyway. It doesn't make any sense to me. Either way. Of course. Thank you. Don't worry, it won't take too long. I'll be giving more speeches every Sunday. You're welcome to drop by and help whenever you got the time.
Well
So
then, I shall
now,
see you again
careful on
soon.
your way home. So you can only do his on Sunday. Hey, this confidant's too strong because of what it lets you do to break the game. So we gotta nerf it. Here's this other confidant that we nerfed and made it easier to max out that lets you break the game. So, by the way, these exhibits till the end of this week, huh? You know what we could. Now we gotta wait for the results. Wanna head out? True. It's boring to take a breather after some hard work. I feel like my body would be worried we're playing around too much.
Oh,
I've just gotten some fishing lately, though it's just pond fishing from time to time. I can't go sea fishing because I get seasick easily. So much for my dream being a sailor. Alright, when people think of sailing the high seas, they tend to think of pirates. Even though they're ruffians who plunder other ships and coastal settlements through force, for some reason they end up getting romanticized. Now, I'm Miyaku.
what is
Do you know the peg-leg parrot-toting historical figure appearance became a visual shorthand for pirates? Captain Kidd, right? Oh no, it's not Captain Kidd, it's Long John Silver.
This is it.
Very good.
Trying to bait me with one of my allies. The name is Long John Silver, a character from Treasure Islands. The story of Long John Silver informed much of our modern view of pirates. Unfortunately, he only sticks to fishing. In terms of non-fictional pirates, well, Captain William Kidd made quite a name for himself, I'd say. Maybe you're familiar with the story of his execution? How he declared that he hid all his treasure in one place? One piece?
Nice going!
That's right. One Piece is based off of William Kidd. The research seems to indicate that he didn't actually have much. Still, several novels were written based on his legend. People still look for its treasure today. By the way, I heard that there is an island in Kyushu that Kidd's treasure is said to sleep.
Yep.
Kidd's secret treasure, huh? Regardless of the actual worth, there's still value in letting many people dream about it. I didn't think she'd come. Oh, maybe she's skipping practice? I hate those events. All they do is make me dirty and tired. Think they'll do it again next year? If they are, I'm definitely skipping it. Why is the goody two-shoes first year come along? Her whole I'm not bothered routine really pisses me off sometimes. Some people are just good people. Get over it. Jesus.
Well,
All bad today. We should affect Mentos too.
oh yeah.
There was something going on at Kawakami, wasn't there? Something involving Chouno? I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe you should ask her about it. She's probably still at school, right? Let's go look for her. Alright, what are my options for today? I can do on lovers. I'm gonna start. Let's see. Where is Kawakami? I'm gonna get access to her confidants. You should be somewhere in this hall, right? Oh. What is it? I'm so engrossed in my books, I didn't notice you. Also, God, I have a student council meeting to attend. Are we done here? Well, let's see you.
Honestly, I don't really
Anyway, let's go help Kawakami. That's insane. Well then, I have another matter to attend to, so excuse myself. No, we're not finished talking yet. But there's been a series of scandals on this campus. We're all getting called into question. And you usually work earlier than anyone. Are you really making it to faculty meetings? Explain yourself. Don't tell me you're running around at night. I was being heard about Chouno. She said she'd do anything if you help her out, so let's clear Chouno's suspicions. School's closing soon, Mr. Amamiya. Head on home before it gets late. Or do you need something from Ms. Kamikaze? I have a question for her, actually. What?
What?
Oh, you have another question? Another question. That's right. Amamiya's questions are complicated, so it takes time to help him. So you're giving individual lessons outside of school hours? With passion, you were an audio teacher. Passion teacher, exactly what we need at the school. I'm sorry for suspecting you. So, even though it seems, from what it seems, right? You see her like all dolled up and shit, and yet it seems like she actually really does care about the well-being of the students, as she's just kind of grilling her because she doesn't need another Kamoshida incident on the school, you know? She was kind of convinced herself. I clear up her suspicions, so thanks. She with me for a bit. I can't talk about this at school. Is the address and phone number of my night job. Call at night and request me. Just be careful it doesn't show up in your call history, okay?
Hey!
Did it? How do you not see the cat? No call history means a public spell. Let's try the LeBlanc yellow phone. Let's call Kawakami when you're free. Invite her to meet you up in your room.
Well...
Okay, here we go. Wow. Wow. You're not even being slick. Yo, anyway. Wait. Can I raise up Takemi? I could raise up Takemi. I think I'm gonna go with On though. Let's see, what am I at with On? 2 going on 3. I got 2 7s ready though. Where are you placing it? Where am I Shibuya? I'm feeling kind of restless. I'll still be at the station in a bit. So let me know if anything comes up. Go right away. Oh yeah? I remember I'm on.
We'll just have to wait
this is
for
seriously
now.
killing me. Oh yeah, I started training, so you should totally help me out if you have the time. Bets. Alright, let's go. The best way to get to Aino Koshira Park is by train, right? Oh wait, sorry, been skipping. I was judging the music. Man, big one plays like this are great. I think my training is going super good today. So remember how I said I want to strengthen my heart? Okay, but a way to do it. How's that? I don't think having a strong heart means you don't let anything get under your skin. So basically, I want you to try to say stuff to me. I'm trying to get fazed by it. I don't get it. All right, you already started. I won't let that hesitation shake me. Hit with your best shot. I don't know, your arrowhead? Yeah, and? You're a hard worker? What else? Can we stop yet? You're giving up? Give me Sidewave. Wait, is that the game supposed to go? Oh. Alright, well, on to round 2. Bring it on. You and I both know this won't help your heart. You know, I kind of feel like this won't make our persona stronger. Yeah, you're right. It's not right. Oh, sorry. I got an email from my agency. The next shoot is really far. Wait, what's this at the end? It's a note saying we need to pay extra attention to the time and place they tell you. Apparently some models haven't been showing up at all lately. Then when asked why they didn't come, the models all say they heard there was a change in schedule. Design shoots have been really hectic with all the scrambling they've had to do with the substitutes. Has that happened to you? No, it was a simple shoot so far. It's only really confusing the staff to see a sub showing up too. Hopefully it doesn't happen to me. Although, actually my first model gig was as a sub. That was back when I was still in Finland. My parents didn't have enough models for their event. Oh, haven't I told you? My parents are both fashion designers who put on seriously challenging shows. They jump from country to country. I only really see them for half of the year. Maybe less these days. That freedom sounds kind of nice, honestly. Yeah, I guess I can afford to be pretty relaxed these days. Plus, I would probably be tough being a fantasy with my parents around, don't you think? It was rough when I was little, though. It was just me and my living caretaker. I didn't really have any friends. Oh, that got dark fast.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I'm modeling, it feels like I'm connecting with my parents somehow. It's a nice hobby to have, but I don't think I want to make a living out of it. After all, when Kamoshida first spotted me, that's how our class rumor started. Besides, benefits are more important to me right now. None way can substitute that.
Yes!
That's why I need to get stronger. Follow-up attack with On now. Bet.
All right.
Oh yeah!
When I was little, I used to watch this anime where the main villain was a female thief. She loses the heroes every time, but I always thought she was so cool. She wasn't a good person per se, but she was beautiful, strong, sincere, and even sexy. She's always said whatever she wanted, did whatever she wanted. She knew what justice was for her. She just wanted to grow up and just be just like her someday. I'm getting a little closer now, if only just a little bit.
Bye.
I understand what she's coming from, but it really does feel like On was written by a bunch of dudes rather than an actual female. I could be wrong. On's entire story could have been written by a chick. I don't know. Anyway, hey, it's me. Thanks for coming today. So after we met up, I tried doing some runaway walks on my way home, like how cool sexy women walk. And some girls watched me and started to cop me and runaway walked with me. She had to see me, right? Do you think she thought it was cool? Could be. Anyone who, dude, I have the most amount of respect where you just kind of, every once in a while, when I'm hanging with friends, I just kind of feel the beat just start jazzing out by myself. And every once in a blue moon, there's a random person who will just join me. I'm like, yes, you get it. Feel the rhythm, my friend. You blush, kind of. To be honest, I feel kind of bad for her. She had no idea the real me is a human disaster. That's not true. Oh, I guess we still got a long way to go. I'm not giving up. I made a decision that I'm gonna get stronger, so I need to overcome any obstacle. Just hear me out, okay? Bye. Hey, step one is admitting it, right, fam?
Ah, you're back.
Actually, didn't Kawakami give you her phone number? You're gonna call her? New crossword.
Hey.
Play a little. Nihongo. Oh, Japanese. Right? Yeah. Sushi wrapper. Why do I remember that? I don't know any of these other words. But I do know this is Japanese. In contrast to imported Western art styles, paintings produced post-1900 using techniques developed within Japan are referred to as Nihonga. Foreigners visiting Japan during the Meiji period called these Japanese paintings, which the literal Japanese translation is for Nihon and Japan and Ga, artwork.
All right.
I
Wow.
see. Nice.
Where do I remember that from? Is it from playing this game? Maybe. Anyway. Alright, so that's 5:31.
I should write something.
I will see you all next time. I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night, wherever you're at. For right now, I am out. Later.